Stop.
Hello. Hello. Hello? Great. How did you get yourself in the middle of it? Fuck.
Good evening, Miss Gray.
Finally, someone. Can you please tell me where I am?
Where do you think you are?
I don't know.
You don't remember, do you?
No, what are you talking about?
You died, and now there was a battle between good and evil for the claim of your soul.
What?
I'm kidding. You did die for a couple of minutes, and then you slipped into a coma.
What are you talking about?
Miss Gray, you attempted to take your own life at approximately 9:02 p.m. on Route 391. Do you remember now?
No. No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Oh, you did.
Shouldn't I be in the hospital then? You said I'm in a coma. What am I doing here? Where am I?
You're in what we call the empty space. It's the in-between from your world to the unseen. You didn't go anywhere because your soul's not ready to move on yet.
You're lying. This isn't real. It isn't. It can't be. Help! Somebody help! Help me, please, someone!
You can yell as loud as you want, okay? And you can run north, south, east, west. You can keep running straight, only to find out that there's nothing there.
Oh my God, this is no joke. It just sort of happened. I put my foot on the gas, but I couldn't have died.
This is a place for people who aren't ready yet. I would ask you why, but we both already know why. But they don't know.
Who are they?
We call them the spectators. No one knows where they came from. Maybe a different place in a different time. They are the gatekeepers of both worlds. They decide who comes, who gets to leave. They also can travel between the different planes. They watch over all you humans.
All you humans? What does that make you then?
Something else. Not all of us were born human. Some of us just became. I'm Theodora, and I'm here to help you.
How did you know my name?
I know you and everything about you.
That's not creepy at all. Guardian angel?
Hardly. Not that good. I'm sort of like them. I can travel between the different worlds, except they don't speak. I do.
There are different worlds?
This is one reality, Rebecca. Yours. Beyond this, there are hundreds of worlds, places, life being born every single day. The spectators, they make sure that the law of balance is followed. The event that has happened to you, that is what brought you here.
Am I stuck here?
Think of this as a trial, and you're on the stand. What made you do it? I mean, thousands of people die every single day, and you take your life willingly? Is there something they should know?
I was diagnosed with depression after my mom died. She took her own life. I thought I could handle it. I didn't tell Dad, but it got to the point where it felt like I was in a vacuum with no air and dying was the only way to breathe.
What else happened?
Put my foot on the gas and I didn't let go. The second I saw the other lights, I was going to lift it and I was going to pull away, but for some reason I didn't. I wanted to feel something again, and I did. I felt regret. I knew I had made a mistake. course, all I could think about was my mom and how she took her own life. She drove her car into the Connecticut River off the bridge. They said as her car was submerging, she had a book in her hand. It was La Vida es Sueño. Life is a dream. She's the reason I did my senior thesis on
Pedro Calderón de la Barca. It was well written.
You read it?
What is life? Madness. What is life? An illusion, a shadow, a story. And the greatest good is little enough, for all life is a dream. You argue that the human condition is a perpetuation of our fantasies and desires, and that nothing is truly tangible.
Yes. Nothing is truly honest and real.
Do you believe that life is madness?
Yes. One day you're born, you get raised by a family, you grow up and try to survive what your parents have taught you. You make one of your own and bury the past with them when they die, all the while wondering what the point of living is when we're all meant to die anyway.
I suppose in difficult times we question ourselves, what our purpose is when it appears that there's nothing guiding the way. You feel lost, but you're not alone, Rebecca. There is a point.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. So, spectators. They're not human?
No.
Why do they get to decide what happens to me? What do they know about pain or loss? What do they know about waking up and not wanting to wake up? They don't know me. You don't know me. You have no idea who I am or why I did what I did. You have no idea what I've been through. That is not fair, Theodora.
Millennials, they think they deserve everything.
I just want to go home.
I think I might have something that will help. Come, have a seat.
What is this? Are you serious? A time like this and you want me to play a game?
I think it might help more than you think.
I have a bunch of strangers deciding what happens to my soul and you want me to play a game.
Chess is hardly a game. It's a sophisticated sport.
Chess is not a sport. This is ridiculous.
I see so many people like you come through here who think they're too good to just sit down and realize what really went wrong. You were the one who chose to give up on your life. Now grow up and face the consequences. Look, Rebecca, I don't know what you're going through, and I don't know what you've been through, but I do know sorrow, my dear, and you mustn't let it win. How about a round?
Don't know how.
You don't know how to play chess?
Never learned. Show me to play?
Well, first, we have the king. He is the most important player on the board, if not equally as important as the queen. See, the queen, she's limitless. I mean, she can go anywhere. She has all of this power, but she doesn't know it yet.
What about this one?
Ah, the bishop. Exciting as they are, they have to stay on their own color.
This one's a knight?
Yes, the keeper of the king and queen, brave and loyal to the end.
You act like these pieces are people.
In a way, they are. What do you think?
What about this one?
The rooks. They're no fun. They have to follow the rules. And lastly, we have the pawn. It's sad because even though there are 8 of them, they are the weakest. But they make up for it in courage. They begin the game knowing that they will fall. Is it something I said?
Yeah. It reminded me of something my mom used to tell me when I was a kid. When I was 8, I laughed at a service worker because he had to clean for a living. It was terrible, I know. My mom scolded me for days. She asked me what the difference between a king and a pawn was. I said, king's the ruler and the pawn just does all the dirty work because it's the peasant. She asked me what happens at the end of the game. I said, they go back in the box. She said, exactly. They start the game different, but go back as equals. I never forgot it because I was so ashamed.
It's funny what makes us remember those important moments.
My mom used to play in tournaments when I was a kid. There was this point when she asked me if I wanted to learn, and I said no. It's one of the last moments I had with her, and I said no. I wanted to go hang out with friends or something instead. How was I supposed to know she was so broken? After she was gone, we found the note. It said, "Look for me in the stars, Rebecca." Theodora, I've never stopped looking. It was something that we loved doing together. We'd go for these drives at night. We lived out by these open fields in Worcester. We'd bring some blankets and some food and just watch the stars together. It was so special because we'd have our own talks. I would tell her my troubles, but she would never tell me hers. Maybe there was some sign I could have picked up on. How was I supposed to know what she was going through? She always seemed so happy. I still go out there sometimes, to our spot on the field and search for her, but I've never found her. Theodora, is there a heaven?
I cannot answer that.
What do you mean? You obviously know. You know everything.
All I can tell you is what you needed is what you know, and what you know is what you have. I cannot say what you were not meant to be acquainted with. Who am I to say there won't be happy endings when this is all over?
Will I see her again?
It's possible. I've seen souls intertwine once more.
Did she come through here?
Yes. Yes, it's quite possible that she did.
How do the spectators make their decision?
Think of them as a jury. When the time comes, you'll know. Can I ask you something? Whatever happened to that man?
I saw him again, years later. The man I laughed at as a child just trying to make a living. He probably thought I was crazy. I went up to him and I gave him a hug and I started crying, and he was so sweet. He hugged me back and he started crying too. In that moment, he was the king and I was the pawn.
We all have power, Rebecca. I mean, all the pieces on this board, they're connected. And the game cannot start without the pawn, and the pawn will not start without its king. You begin against all odds, and you keep going because the only other alternative is to never start. And if you never start, you'll never know.
I don't know if I can. How do I prove to them that my life is worth it?
Then you prove it to yourself. You want to be a writer, right? You want to change the world. You want to change the way people think. I admire that. Look, Rebecca, you can always move on. Through that door, you can go and forget all of this. Life isn't fair, my child. It isn't fair what happened to your mother. But if you stand still for the rest of your life, when you finally decide to wake up, you're going to realize that there's nothing left. Look, if you can't handle this, this is your chance to go. Leave through that door. Life is madness. It's an illusion. It means nothing. You're right, so go.
No.
Come on, through that door. You can go. Let's go.
No, I said no.
It's easy. You don't think your life's worth anything, so they don't either.
I do.
Then believe it.
I'm enough. I'm enough. I'm worth it. Say something. You sit there and you judge, but do you yourself know what it is to live?
Do you?
Yes, I do. It means to love and to lose. It means spending years in a dark room. It also means leaving that room and finding light, and I did just that. It means hitting a wall but getting back up. It means dreaming, but dreaming against all odds. It means finding the will to live, and I found it. Theodora, I found it. Give me another chance. I deserve Just that. I demand it. I demand you let me live. Please, believe in me and my life. I want to wake up. I want to wake up. Let me wake up. Let me wake up.
Oh. Rebecca,
I already know what you're going to say.
you're free to go.
I don't care. What?
You can go. If you wish.
Why? Why did they?
Such matters are not important. Take what you have learned here and go. Leave and know that you will not get this chance again. This is a warning, my child. Never stop looking for her, Rebecca.
I won't. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Miss Wright, what is life?
Madness. An illusion, a shadow, a story.
And the greatest good is little enough, for all life is a dream.
If dreams themselves were only dreams, and this were nothing but a dream.